Mark, football's a cruel game. 9 men, you're losing injury time. What must be going through your mind right now?
Oh, I feel sorry for the players because they've absolutely worked their socks off tonight for Chippenham Football Club. You saw that anyone was here would know that Poole had a lot of the ball and they were going to against 9 men when they're technically a good side, but did they create any real chances? Not really. They've hit the post from distance, on the outside of the post, but other than that they've not been a threat to us. We've defended manfully with 9 men, had a good shape about us. We've left David Pratt up front, he's worked his socks off, and it's it's a bit difficult to take on a team with 9 men for so long in the game as well, but when you get so close to thinking you may get a point from it, it's even harder to take.
The 2 red cards, let's go through them sort of one by one. John Beeden in the first half.
He said John Beeden's left the ground, he's been reckless, he's lost control of himself. I think if you look at it closely, John Beeden's pulled out of the tackle. He hasn't gone into the tackle. If he had carried through, then it would have been a problem, but he's pulled out of the tackle. The lad's not even gone down. The referee's then been surrounded by lots of players from the opposition for the 3rd or 4th time, and off John Beeden goes. The second sending off, he's clearly got the wrong man. It's been admitted by who the player is, who's made the foul, and he's got the wrong man. So it's a bit unfortunate on Mike Jones. He's got a red card, and he's not made a foul.
Do you know who it should have been?
Yeah, we know it should have been. Yeah, it wasn't, and you'll see clearly on the DVD, I expect later, that it wasn't Mike Jones who made the tackle. What's made it even worse, it was clearly inside the box, so it's a clear penalty, but not made by the man who's been sent off.
So could you argue that had the referee got the right person, that person would have been sent off and he would have had 9 men in the end anyway?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, but who do you want sent off? It's a decision who comes off. Do you want your 2 centre-halves left on the pitch when you've got 10 or 9? Yes, you do. But unfortunately, it's clearly got the wrong man. That's not me making a fuss. It's clear for everyone to see. The Poole lads know it. Our lads know it. Unfortunately, the referee's got it wrong. He's made a mistake, and he's made an error. That happens.
So do you now go back and look at the DVD clearly and see whether you can maybe appeal some of those?
Well, yeah, we'll certainly appeal that one because it's, as I say, he's got the wrong man. As long as it shows as long as it's not been missed on the coverage, then that's fine. That's exactly what we'll do. As I say, Mike Jones should get that rescinded because he's not anywhere near making the tackle.
And unfortunate for him, because he's come in, he's only signed for you this morning, he's looked really solid on his debut, and then that happens. Absolutely,
he's had a good game and he's disappointed because he says he never gets sent off, he always stands up in the tackle and does things properly, so he's disappointed. He's got himself a red card. John Beeden has just got back in the side, he's got himself a red card, so and then we have to take the hit on suspensions, etc. But as I say, if we've got some evidence on the Mike Jones one, certainly there will be an appeal going in.
At this level, when do the red cards kick in normally?
My understanding is that they'll be banned for next Tuesday, so they'll be the following week. So I think they'll be able to play on Saturday.
And you mentioned the team spirit, and let's not forget as well that going into the game, we had several players nursing knocks and not 100% fit, and at the end Gary Horgan was hobbling, Dean Evans was hobbling, Dave Pratt ran himself into the ground. So 9 men, but not 9 fully fit men either.
No, absolutely. They've worked their socks off, and I said, I feel sorry for them. I feel sorry for myself. I feel even worse for them because they deserve to get something from the game. Saturday we didn't. Tonight they did. But I've just tried to give them a lift there by saying that over the season it works in both ways. It swings and roundabouts. I'm sure we'll nick the game off for somebody where we don't really deserve to, and we've been under the cosh and we've been under the hammer. Unfortunately, they robbed us late on tonight with a goal. I don't really think that they're, by their own admission, they certainly deserve. But that's football. That's what happens. It's always going to be difficult with 9 men. But we'll take our medicine and we'll move on.
Tell us more about Mike Jones. He knows this level.
Yeah, he does. He knows the level. He's a good footballer, as you saw that yourself. He can play centre half, he can play in midfield, he can play left back, and he's an accomplished player. He's got good size about him. He's got good physicality. He's an intelligent lad on and off the pitch. He'll be a big signing for us.
And for the weekend, do you sort of tell the players to get the frustration and sort of take it into Saturday's game and make sure you give that extra 10%? Not that they didn't do that, of course, tonight, but sort of use that to your advantage at the weekend, maybe.
Yeah, if they play with that application. And the amount of desire that you expect from the football team to go out and produce week in, week out. And if they do that again on Saturday, I'd like to think we could, the lion's share will come our little way and we can win the football match. I just said to them, I don't want anybody to come in on miserable. I want everyone to come in on smiling faces because, we shouldn't be disappointed with that performance. We should be disappointed with the result. We're disappointed the way it happened. But, football's a cruel game sometimes. We need to make sure that we're ready Saturday. Smiling faces coming in at 1:30 and look forward to putting on a big performance against East Thurrock.
Okay, thank you, Mark.
Welcome.